Harlequin Special Releases and HarperAudio present Tough Justice Countdown, Part 7 of 8, by Tyler and Snell. Performed by Annalee Scott. Dedication. For Dad and Liz. Thank you for all of the food. Episode 7. Agent Laura Grant has herself in an explosive situation, literally, and her team has no idea where she is. Halpert used Laura's obsession with her mother's murder against her, but to what end? Is Laura his final target, or only one more blast in his ultimate quest? Chapter 1. Laura didn't move. It wasn't by choice. Or really, if she was being technical about it, it was. She could move if she really wanted to. Apply pressure from her feet to the floor, use her leg muscles to push her body weight upward, maybe use the chair's armrests to help quicken the process. And then, bam, she'd be standing. For a second. If she even made it that long. While she could stand or move around, the bomb strapped beneath her chair that responded to pressure probably wouldn't have had a polite response for her if she did. Never mind the man behind the bomb staring out at her from the screen of her laptop. Mitchell Halpert. The Whisperer. The Crisis Management Unit's current nemesis. A sociopathic genius with a penchant for blowing people up, all in the name of his twisted version of justice. I like having you all to myself. His words had cut into her before she'd even known about the bomb she was sitting on. That he did have her. When Laura had come home, knowing Halpert had wanted her to do just that, she hadn't played this scenario through in her head. The one where the sociopathic young man would be behind a computer screen rather than in person, waiting for her to take a seat in front of her laptop that she knew for a fact hadn't been on when she'd left. Laura was a seasoned FBI agent, even co-head of the task force with Nick, which meant she should have known better. Better than to do what, though? To sit in the chair? Because the fact of the matter was, she'd thought she had the upper hand in meeting with Halpert, and would have come no matter what. Enough to make her come to her apartment at Halpert's insistence? Enough to make her sit in the damned chair. If Laura hadn't been staring at the bomber, she would have blown out an air in frustration at herself. She was an idiot. A damn idiot. Of course, the bomber might put a bomb in her apartment. You're not going anywhere. You have a decision to make. Halpert's last words hung in the air around her, still reverberating when she made it out of her own self-scrutiny. You sure do love giving choices out to people, don't you? Laura finally said. The benefit to being stuck on a chair in her apartment? Halpert couldn't hear how hard her heart was starting to hammer against her ribcage. You should have your own game show. Adrenaline had already spiked. Now it was building toward a crescendo, one of which she hoped didn't break by her being blown up. Because the sad, stupid, all-her-fault truth of it was that no one knew where she was. No one at the CMU even knew she'd gone. Like some common criminal, she'd slunk out of the office, hoping no one would see her, which should have thrown up internal red flags for her, cluing her in on the fact that she probably should take a beat to really think about her plan. Or lack thereof. Whether she'd thought she'd had the upper hand on him or not, again, she should have at least told someone she was heading to her apartment. But now wasn't the time to berate herself for a mistake she'd already made. There was no going back. All she could do was sit and talk. She needed to distract. The corner of Halpert's lips slid up. He wasn't bothered by her trying to lighten the situation. Her sarcasm wasn't hitting any nerves.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?